Nintendo Switch 2 games aren't going to be on the cartridges. It's all going to be download. You're going to get the card, you're going to put it in, and it's going to download the game. Because now it says this thing at the bottom that says it's a key on a card. Oh no. Now this is really disingenuous because I've seen multiple creators saying this. And it's just not true. It's not true. Now, are there going to be some games that are going to be like this? Sure. Is it new? No, it was already like this on the Switch. The difference is, on the Switch, they didn't really tell you up front. There wasn't a thing on the front that told you like, hey, you're going to be downloading the entire game. Now, it's got a thing at the bottom, kind of like how there was a full game download on some of the carts for the Nintendo Switch. Think about it. Nintendo announced that the cartridges are going to have more storage. They're going to be a whole lot faster. Now, why would they do that if the games were not going to be on the carts? Most games are going to be on the cards, but there will be some games that do not fit on the card for whatever reason. Let's jump back to the Nintendo Switch. So, Metal Gear Solid Collection for the Nintendo Switch, not on it. Why? Because I'm pretty sure it's 32 gigabytes, but 32 gigabytes was the limit for Nintendo Switch game cards, and the Metal Gear Solid Collection was larger than that, so they just had you download the whole thing. Now, if you were to get it on a disc for PlayStation or Xbox, it had all the games included. For the Switch, it was like 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32 gigabyte cards. So you could pick whichever one you needed. It was going to be cheaper if you went with the smaller ones. And I don't know what the limit is to these new cards. It might be 128 gigs or 256 or whatever. I don't know what it is. But there's a limit. There's always a limit. So there might be a game that just doesn't fit on it and they have to do the download. And even the games that are 100% included on the cards, there's still going to be downloads because you have to do the updates. Personally, I think that if it is a key on a card style of game, that you should avoid those and just go ahead and go full digital on those games. Why? Because the new digital cart system or whatever Nintendo called it, to where you can be like, hey, I'm going to loan you my game digitally. I don't think you would be able to do that if you had that physical cart because you can't like teleport the card to them. But if you were to get the full digital version, you could be like, hey dude, can I borrow this game from you for like 8 days or however long, up to 14 days? Then yeah, you could be like, all right, here, I'm just going to drop it over into your account. Boom. Now they have that game or I have that game for however long. I just believe this will be a better implementation of what they were already doing. Because before, the Metal Gear Solid game, you couldn't tell. Just whenever you flipped it over, it said 32 gigabyte download or whatever size it was. But it didn't really specify it on the front. So, you might not know that the game wasn't there. It just wasn't on it. But now you'll know before you ever even purchase the game.